What's up, everyone? So we're shopping for Sarah, or Sarah Finn. We're shopping for her because she's gonna go back to school. Look at her new haircut.
It's ugly, don't look at it.
Anyway, so we're shopping for her to go back to school. She's got a couple t-shirts. Mom's looking at a couple t-shirts. And I just wanted to show you guys, because like it's always really sunny here in Yuma, but today it is completely overcast and it's even raining, which is a rarity. It's just beautiful. I think it's really low, like as far as degree and temperature, but it is very, very humid because of all the rain and stuff like that. But other than that, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. Hey guys, what's up? So we went to see Guardians of the Galaxy. Now this is gonna take up most of the vlog, and I'm sorry, but that's how it's gonna work out. We went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy, and I will be honest with you, this is the best movie that I have seen all year. I don't think, like, especially for the Marvel movies, because the Marvel movies are the highlight of a lot of people's movies. Excuse me. They are the highlight of a lot of movies every year. But when Winter Soldier came out, I didn't think it matched Thor in the Dark World very well. It was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good. But I think that Thor: The Dark World kept a hold as my favorite, the best Marvel movie that I thought that they made. I thought it was better than the Avengers, blah blah blah. But this movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, it came out and I watched it, and it was way better than Thor: The Dark World. I mean, it wasn't, as far as it didn't blow it out of the water. I mean, all these Marvel movies that are coming out the second time around are really good. It makes me excited for the third one because they seem to redeem themselves on the second one. So I'm hoping that when you know, they come out with the third cycle or the third phase, that it's going to be even better. So Guardians of the Galaxy, the premise, okay. So there is a group of people. They don't know each other, but they know there's one thing that kind of leads them all together. I'm not trying to spoil much, but something in the movie brings them all together. If you watch the trailer, you've already seen that they've been in prison. It's a given. You have to have seen the trailer. So they all meet up in prison, and basically they were enemies at one point, or they weren't enemies. They just didn't know each other. But they actually kind of band together to stop the common threat. I thought this movie was fantastic. There was nothing I had against it except maybe one thing, and I can't really talk about it. I'll put it in the spoiler section because it is a spoiler. But directing was fantastic. I don't know who directed it, but I will put his name right here on my face. It starred Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, I believe his name is Dave. I could be wrong. What's his name? Bradley Cooper, and Vin Diesel as Groot the Tree. He didn't really have much to say because he just only says one thing. But the entire movie was filled with action. It was funny. Surprisingly, there was a lot of comedic value in there. A lot of people are saying that there was too much comedic value, but I, for one, think that it was perfect. That it seemed flawless, where they threw in all these points where you were laughing, because it almost felt like when you're with your friends and your friend makes a stupid joke and then you're all dying laughing. That's what it felt like. I think that it was just perfect. I don't think anybody should have said that was the bad point of this movie. It was visually great. I mean, even if you saw the trailer, you knew it was going to be visually great. The story was great. The plot was great. I really don't have anything bad to say about this movie. You should just go see it. I don't think it wasn't like Lucy, where I went in with high hopes and came out very sad. It was actually, I went in with high hopes, and my hopes were even like, it was better than what I had hoped for. So go see this movie. I drop what you're doing after this movie. Don't even do what you were gonna do after you watch this video, and then go watch it. Even if you've seen it, go watch it again. So now I will get on to the spoiler parts. So big spoiler alert. So before I move on to that, I think I don't know their names, but I should put producers, writers, and stuff like that here. So they'll be right here. Producer, writer, director. I think I already put them in the front, but I'll put them here again. Just some more important names if you guys were curious about that. They'll be right here. They're just names. Okay. Anyway, so spoilers, because that's what I'm going to talk about. I don't think that there's been a better comedic character in a movie for a long time than Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon was hilarious this entire film. He was the asshole of the group, and he was just funny. I don't think there could have been anyone better. Bradley Cooper did very well. I was kind of skeptical about the fact that they cast Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon, but he did phenomenal. Dave Bautista did Drax, and he was funny because, and I was surprised because I've never seen a movie with Dave Bautista, and he's just a wrestler or a fighter or something like that. But it was funny because his comedic parts were just spot on. They were just like the most perfect points in time where you could throw in, and he did it so seamlessly because we're used to seeing The Rock as the wrestler actor, and I think that I don't even think The Rock could have pulled off Drax the way Dave Bautista did. I mean, Dave Bautista is he was just phenomenal with it because he's very literate. The character is very literate, so I think there's at one point where Star-Lord goes like this, and he goes, "Why am I gonna touch someone's neck?" And he's like, "It's a metaphor," while he's trying to kill someone, and it's hilarious. I talked about Rocket Raccoon, talked about Drax. Zoe Saldana, she was fine. I didn't know how well she was gonna fit into a Marvel Universe, but her character really was morphed to fit her, and I think it was fine. I don't really have any gripes about her being her. She was very strong, and I think that I can't honestly think of any other actress that could have done that very well. She was just perfect, and apparently I didn't get this, but I'm a big Doctor Who fan. But the God, what's her name? Karen Gillan, thank you. Played her sister in the movie, and they had this big fight scene that was really good, and I kind of hate how it ended. Karen Gillan kind of just killed herself off rather than letting Zoe Saldana kill her, which I don't know. I kind of wanted to see them fight and kill each other, but she'll probably come back in Guardians 2. And then there's Chris Pratt, who was hilarious. I didn't know who this guy was before this movie came out. A lot of these actors I didn't know who they were. I knew who Bradley Cooper was, Vin Diesel, and Zoe Saldana was, but I didn't watch any of Zoe Saldana's movies. But Chris Pratt, I'd never seen before. Everybody was excited to see him in the movie, but he's very funny, very witty, I guess, very sarcastic. Well, I would imagine that the character Star-Lord's a little bit like that, but he did a great job. I guess you have to have a certain charisma to be the way he was, and I appreciate the way he acted. That was really good. I'm trying to think of a favorite moment I had with him, because they were all pretty fantastic. Probably just the opening scene where he's in like this old ruin of a planet, and he's walking through, and he's listening to he's got like a mixtape Walkman from the 80s, because that's when he left Earth, and he's singing and dancing while kicking little alien rats, and he's got one little alien rats, and he's singing into it. It's funny. And then that leaves Vin Diesel as Groot. Now, I don't think that they took a lot from Vin Diesel, maybe his features and his motion capture, but literally he had one dialogue, and that was "I am Groot," and he said that a lot of times, and I'm sure they used it over. Maybe they did it not. I would imagine that they didn't. But there was times where he was yelling, "I am Groot." But I think he was one of the characters that we didn't get to see a background on, because a lot of the characters had this I've been beat up background and I've lost a lot background, and it made them relative, like we could connect to them as people. And Groot was one of the only ones we didn't know much about, and I don't think that there was need for it, because as soon as Groot was on the screen, everyone liked him. He was that one lovable, kind of like the dog of the movie, where everyone kind of loves the dog. The animal character at Disney movies, the one animal character, everybody loves them. And that's kind of like what he was. I think he's probably my favorite character. Although I kind of say that Rocket was, but I don't know. Groot pulled on the heartstrings at the end, and you know, everybody was kind of crying. I didn't cry, but I could hear people crying, so it was pretty funny. But yeah, those are the main people, and not to say that the people that were the entire cast. I believe his name is Michael Rooker. I'll put his picture and name here. I don't think that's his first name. His last name is definitely Rooker. He was fan-freaking-tastic. I loved him in that movie, and if you guys are a fan of Walking Dead, you'll know who he is. He was great. I was surprised to see him in there. I had no idea he was in the movie. So when I saw him, I completely lost my shit. But yeah, all the entire actors were great. I don't think that they cast any wrong actors for roles. They were just completely perfect. There wasn't anyone in there who was like, damn, that person didn't have chemistry with its character, or he couldn't play his character very well, or she. It was all good. I liked it. 10 out of 10, to be honest with you guys. 10 out of 10. And as for more spoilers, I had one in my head that I wanted to tell you guys. Oh, at the end of the credits, if you plan on staying and if you haven't seen the movie and for whatever reason watching spoilers, I hate you. Okay? Don't watch spoilers if you haven't seen the movie or the show or whatever I'm reviewing. Just don't do that. Anyway, spoilers. At the end of the movie, every Marvel movie, you have to stay till the end of the credits. Now, we always do this because we know that's going to give us something big reveal at the end. I'm going to say one person and one person only, and this is all we got. Howard the Duck. Yeah, Google's your best friend. Good luck with that. More spoilers, which was awesome. We actually got to see an actual very small thing of one of the Infinity Gems. Now, I believe this is the Infinity Gem of space. So in the comic books, the Infinity Stone of Space, or they call it Infinity Gems, Infinity Stones. There's another name for it. It's probably the more proper name. I can't remember. But this is the one for space, and this one allows, although they don't show it in the show, but in the book, in the comics, this allows people to transport anywhere in space. I think you have to do that with the Power Stone, or the Power Gem. And the Power Gem is the one from Thor: The Dark World. If you haven't seen that one, there's the Ether. That's the Power Gem. And the other gem that anyone knows about is the Tesseract, which is the Mind Gem, which allows you to hear people's thoughts, it allows you to control people. With the Power Gem, though, combined, you can read people's thoughts in the entire universe simultaneously, which is pretty cool. But I was excited to see another Infinity Stone, which was awesome. But beside that fact, there was one moment where I completely fangirled and lost my cool. They showed a good 30 seconds of Thanos. I believe it was 30 seconds. It was pretty quick. He looks awesome. I didn't think that they were gonna do Thanos very well. I couldn't see it all do CGI, but he looked amazing. And I think Josh Brolin, picture name, I think Josh Brolin's gonna do a very, 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 very good job as Thanos. It was just chilling to see the actual dialogue from Thanos, because the last time we saw Thanos was at the the very end of Avengers, and he just looked over his shoulder, and that was it, and smiled. So to see actual dialogue in a full frontal view of him, it was crazy, because I heard that they were going to show Thanos, but I always thought it was just going to be just like a hologram or something like that. It was great. I lost my shit. Anyway, guys, 10 out of 10 after this video. After I close this video, go watch it. I don't care what you're doing, just go. Anyway, guys, I hope you had a fantastic day. I hope you had a safe evening, morning, afternoon, and night. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.